Don't forget to check out and grab your copy of our 2 newly released books, Football, a Love Story, and What Did Football Teach Me? These books feature over 100 stories from current and former coaches, players, executives, and entertainers from across the football landscape, describing what got them involved in the game, what they love about it, and what life lessons the game taught them. You can find your copy or order your copy from our website at footballgameplan.com/books. Before we get to the report, if you like our style of video and analysis, feel free to show support for Football Game Plan by dropping by our YouTube channel at youtube.com/footballgameplan and leaving a little something in the tip jar. Every little bit helps us as we continue to improve the quality of our videos and the coverage we enjoy bringing you guys each and every time we put out a project. Thank you again for your support. What instantly jumps out at you on film when you're watching Kyle Washington is how well he can excel in the short to intermediate passing area from an accuracy standpoint. 2 things he does exceptionally well, in my opinion. He keeps the football away from the defender while also protecting the receiver at the same time. He's not putting either one of the 2 in harm's way, which is why he's had a very outstanding touchdown to interception ratio. I think this is something that easily translates to the next level. Another area where Kyle Washington excels on film is with the anticipation of his passes, and he has to be able to be excellent in this department because of one of the areas of improvement we're going to talk about later on in the scouting report. But I do think by him being able to anticipate and make anticipatory throws, it helps keep the receiver, again, well protected. He gets the football out of his hands quickly, and it doesn't give the defensive back a chance to recover and react to the football. So having great anticipation negates not necessarily having the strongest of arms, and that's what we're going to talk about later on. You also have to be impressed with the touch and accuracy going deeper down the field with Kyle Washington. He gets the football just in the nick of time out of his hands, but also is able to put enough air, enough arc underneath it to where the receiver doesn't have to break stride, and he hits him in the perfect spot in the hands where only the receiver can make a play on the football. So I think throwing with touch along with anticipation allows you to be able to work the entire field in the passing game, which again is why he's had a lot of success at Angelo State throughout the course of his 4-year career. I also like how he's able to keep his eyes downfield. He has great escapability. He's a mobile guy. He can make plays happen with his legs, but I don't think he's as dynamic of a runner that you'll see from other quarterback prospects. So he does just enough to where the defense has to be honest, but he always keeps his eyes downfield in hopes to hit the big play. You see right here, another play versus Texas A&M Commerce where he's able to step up into the pocket, buy some time, and fire a strike over the middle of the field. The one area of improvement that stuck out to me throughout the course of his film was the questionable arm strength. I'm pretty sure he has a strong enough arm to make throws, but when you see these throws that he's making constantly, you're always finding yourself saying, man, if that ball could have came out a little bit faster, a little bit stronger, a little bit more velocity, then maybe it would have been a bigger play. Even in the clip where he throws a touchdown, the ball was tipped. You feel as though, man, that guy could have made a play on the football, and I think you see this a lot when you're watching Kyle Washington on film. The defensive back has enough time to be able to make a play on it by recovering, and if he gets there at the same time as a football, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock it away. Now, he doesn't throw interceptions. Again, his anticipation is on point where it needs to be, but I still worry about that arm strength, and that also ties into the fact that maybe he has to get a little bit stronger as he transitions from college to the NFL. And I do think arm strength is something that you can improve on, you can work on as you make that transition to the pros. From a stylistic standpoint, from an arm strength standpoint, and from a passing standpoint, I do think Kyle Washington's game compares favorably to Terrell Pryor. Now, he's not the dynamic runner, the fast runner that Pryor is or was at the quarterback position. He can get out of trouble. He is a mobile guy, but he's not the quote-unquote running threat that you saw Terrell Pryor was because of his 4.3 speed and how he was able to get to his top speed quickly. Kyle Washington is not that type of runner, but he is that type of passer that we saw Terrell Pryor become and slowly grow into from Ohio State to where he was as an Oakland Raider. Kyle Washington ended up grading out as a 4th-round prospect, in my opinion, my 11th quarterback in this year's draft class. I love the progression he has made each and every season. Actually, coming from high school, getting to Angelo State was a huge jump because he really didn't have a role in what he was going to be. Coaches saw an athlete. They didn't know whether he was going to be a receiver or a quarterback, and he grew into one of the best quarterbacks in college football.